So what's going on, guys? I'm just finishing this video. I already did everything for it, and I am just realizing that I never did an intro because originally I was going to combine it with another video. Then the fishing didn't really go as well as I was hoping. When I say that, I mean I literally caught nothing. So I turned this boat video into its own thing because, yeah, needless to say, it's going to be a lot more interesting. This boat I got a while ago, 1989 Sunbird with the Evinrude SPL 48 on the back. It's got a lot of work that needs to be done to it. A lot of work that I've done to it, and I don't know how much I'm really going to do more to it. Yeah, that felt wrong, but no, that's right. I've had it for about 4 years. It's been sitting for 3. And I only know that mainly through Snapchat flashbacks. But yeah, long story short, I kind of didn't have a way to tow it, and then I had some stuff going on, and I didn't get to be able to get to the boat for the last 3 years. Now that I'm back to it, it only suits kind of what I've been trying to do with the channel anyways, of getting back into it, doing stuff every day, because this is the 3rd day in a row that I've actually been working on the boat, along with also fishing in between. So I need to just get into it because I just realized that I've been going back and forth, probably kind of spoiling the video, the end of the video a little bit. So maybe I try and edit it out. If it looks a little weird in the intro, now you know why. And yeah, let's get to it. Earlier, fishing did not go very well. So now instead of letting the day waste or keep fishing, getting nothing done and staying, bummed out about it, and it's time to work on the boat a little bit. So obviously I'm going to start with some of the basic stuff, just cleaning it up, getting air in the tires, empty out the fuel because it's been 3 years since I turned it on last. And it's a 2-stroke, so yeah, definitely going to want to get rid of that. Throw in some new mix. I'm check a spark plug, stuff like that, see how it is, see if it needs to be replaced or not, because last time I used it, I accidentally made it a little too rich, or something got adjusted. No matter what, it was running way too rich. So because of that, I'm going to need to adjust it, work on it, see what's going on. I'll probably need to change the spark plugs because of it. They're probably fouled and not really too happy with me. So with that, let's get going on this fun little project. Before doing it, I realized I should probably go over a little bit of the backstory of this boat. I got the boat probably about 4 or 5 years ago for, man, I don't even remember. I think it was $700. I got it for cheap. A lot was wrong with it. I mean, there still is now, but it moved. That's all that mattered. And it had a clean title. The trailer didn't, but the boat did. That's what really mattered most to me. Little by little, I just did little bits to it to make it so it's fine, because I don't really care for looks. It's whatever to me. I obviously power washed it. Okay, not obviously. So I power washed it, replaced one of the seats, and put in the fish finder, and yeah, did little bits to it, the engine, everything like that. Worked on everything, cleaned it out, made this thing sparkle. And then the last time I used it, it was very smoky, it was running weird, and then I knew I had to work on it, and I was getting really annoyed about one thing I'll show you in a second. And I just kind of, I don't know, I had no way to tow it or anything, and just gave up on the boat and let it rot for a couple years because I was not ever near it. I didn't want to be anywhere near it. It's a long story. It's a story for another day. But anyways, so it sat and rot for a little while, and I'm gonna try to get back to it and see what I can salvage of the boat. Figure it out. Now, I'm gonna put air in the tires in a minute, but I'm kind of scared because I have a feeling after them being so dry rot, it's quite possible that I do it and they explode. Even though standing in the back on flat tires is probably a bad idea because it's gonna make it rip more. Replace seat that I did a while ago. Now rotting. Good idea, me. But it was $100 on Amazon, so it's okay. All this stuff rotting. Speakers that definitely don't work because there is no radio. A seat that needs to be replaced. A walker mower seat. And for those who don't know what it is, I applaud you for never having to deal with that pain. Basically the Ferrari of lawnmowers, I would say. The good old depth finder, fish finder. Still got the transducer on the back. Working bilge pump. Man, here's to really hoping that I took the battery out. Oh, that could be pretty bad. Well, anyways, these seats dry rotted and just gross. I mean, if you wash it Put a little leather treatment on it. It'd probably be fine for now. I'm not really too worried about, like, I could literally rip off this whole outer edge and leave it as it is and be totally cool with it. Even got some custom fishing rod holders up here. Man, oh, the piece de resistance. Fill off the battery in. Oh, man. Well, you could charge her up and she'll be fine. If I shake the boat a bit, half a tank of mixed air we're gonna have to empty out. That'll be fun, because clearly it's easy to get to. Man, I gotta clean this thing. Got all little pollen pieces here. Oh, gross. Sun was on that sea for a while and rusted and grossed it out. You know, the cool thing about it though is, boom. Yeah. Oh, that's a nice crack right there. Well, yeah, that's gonna need to get washed. Well, first things first, let's start with the engine. Get my compressor all set up nice. Oh, good thing you didn't need that. Let's see. What's the max PSI back in the day? 90? Oh my god. Well, we're definitely not gonna do 90 now because it'd probably explode in my face. Oh. Well. Surprised there's even air in there to come out. Well, definitely need to replace that. That valve stem, no matter what, is gone. We wait for the compressor to fill up with air so we can put air in the tires. Let's get started with saying I'm not a mechanic, but I have done a lot of work on small engines, let alone boat engines. I've done a little bit, nothing crazy. I'm definitely what I would call a YouTube mechanic. So basically what that means is everything that I know how to do has either come from my friends who definitely know what they're doing, or YouTube, or winging it and figuring it out. With that, oof, you know, replacing the spark plug might not be a bad idea. They're both looking pretty rough. All right, let's see how she does. Oh. That's shocking. Clearly, the valve stem's gone, but drywall's knife. That'll work. Oh, she's not perfect, but it'll work. Oh, that's not good. This one doesn't even have a valve stem cover. I don't even know if that's fully on the seam. Definitely need new tires before moving it, but I just wanted to get the engine out of the dirt a little bit. Because you look how much the actual rudder came up. That's a lot. Okay, so now that the compressor's off and I can hear my thoughts again, we're gonna check into the battery. That's in surprisingly good shape. I'm gonna be honest with you, I was not expecting it to look good at all. Alright, let's get a charge on the good old girl right here. After realizing that apparently I don't have any spark plug sockets anywhere, at least that I can find. Oh yeah. Definitely not the cleanest, that's for sure. Well, okay. This other one also isn't very good. And it even had some stuff on the end there. The rest of it's not looking too bad. It's actually surprisingly clean. Besides the cobwebs, and you know, you look behind the cobwebs and everything else, and it's just not looking too bad. Just, you know, it's the leaf. Let's just get that out of there. I almost forgot to show the fun riveting part of how I've been emptying the gas out of here. Squeeze by squeeze, because I can't get the gas can out of the boat because it looks a little too risky, and I feel like the second that I actually would get them out, it would all rot, and then that would turn into a more fun project. I decided to drain what is probably anywhere from 2.5 to 5 gallons of the mix this way. After about an hour and a little over 5 gallons of gas apparently, she's empty. Now we're just gonna refill her, connect the battery, and see if we can get her started. So after about an hour of playing with the stress ball, it was a very nice workout, but yeah, I don't want to be doing that anytime soon, and now we're good to go. Now we put everything in, see if we can get it started. It's a good start. I'm not gonna fill it all the way until I know that it actually works, so I'll put in a decent amount for now. Figure about half of it in there, We'll get the battery connected and see if it goes. Now, I gotta be honest, I'm starting to get the feeling that the battery is totally fried. First things first, let's see if we can get some battery signs at all of life. Oh, there is battery life. Okay, now we turn on the water and let's see. Probably do that first. Damn, that feels good. So to make sure that wasn't a fluke, we're gonna do it again. I just really want to hear it again and just make sure the battery's good. But mainly because I want to hear it again. Okay, I'll take it. I will take it. Okay, so I'm exhausted. That took a while, but it's running. That's what matters most. I'll take the win for today. Now it's just cleaning up and putting everything away, and then we're good to go. I'm just happy that it runs. I mean, it needs a lot of work to be able to make sure that the engine's actually safe and in place, but I'll take the win for today. Especially when we couldn't do anything fishing. At least something managed to work out today. Okay, so today is a new day. I'm gonna start by saying, just take a moment of silence for the fact that I am now 30. Let that sit in. That is 30. Okay, anyways, now I decided, that's how I know I'm getting old. And they asked, what do you want to do on your birthday? And I said, clean my boat. And then stuff later at nighttime, obviously. We'll start it by getting rid of some of these trees so that it gets a little more sun. And, or at least it's not like hanging on it, so I'm smacking my face whenever I get in and out of the boat. Then I'm gonna probably broom it out a little bit, put some cleaner on it, and then wash her down. So let's get to it. The very first thing I'm doing is pruning the tree. So I was gonna cut it the old-fashioned way because I don't feel like breaking out a chainsaw for this little thing. I could use this little no-name brand pruning saw. This is cute. Let's see if she can do the job. Huh. I'm actually kind of surprised I managed to cut through something that big. That'll work. Yeah, needless to say, I'm kind of surprised it actually cut through that. It's a little loose now, though. I didn't know this thing takes bar and chain oil. Where did it even go? It doesn't. Okay, this thing is built to break. All right, now we're just gonna go for a quick little broom. I have a strong feeling this probably doesn't work anymore. Always got the emergency oar, you know? All right, next step, vacuuming. right. You know, I'm starting to realize that wearing a white shirt before doing this was a massive misplay on my part. For anyone who's wondering, even though no one probably is, the reason why I didn't go so hard is because clearly it's a lot more I gotta do. So it was really just a quick first one. Get her all nice and cleaned up, get all the majority of the stuff out, and now you can wash it down and clean her up. Okay, so now, got a little cheaper electric, good old power washer. I'm actually gonna get a little piece on here that puts in cleaner, and yeah, we'll get it going. Woo! This is barely enough. We gotta take a look at that. That's gross. Nope. Nope. Burn the boat. Burn the boat. Found you little. Bye. Okay, good. Good. Now you don't have to burn the boat. Mouth shot. Definitely doesn't taste like 3 years of nasty. Out here balling on a budget, and my glasses are fogging because it's getting hot and steamy in here. No, but for real, I can't see anything. 30 crack. Okay, so I just wanted to show real quick the difference between the two. Man, that's gross. Yeah, it's pretty satisfying. Nice. Yeah, this side's going because it's not the most flattering camera angle by any means, but yeah, pretty gross. Okay, so not bad. So for today, that's gonna have to be it. We're gonna do a quick little walk around, but I gotta get pretty much all of it done. The only reason why I'm stopping is because it's, you know, my birthday, and I have plans to go to my friend's house, so I don't want to keep them waiting. But tomorrow I'm just going to do a quick little cleanup and then do, you know, before and after pictures. So got it all done today, which is nice. And yeah, tomorrow we just clean it up and do the after pictures and finish today. But birthday, and yeah, I'd like to go hang out with my friends. So see you tomorrow. Okay, so okay, so now it is no longer my birthday. It is about 25 degrees colder than it was yesterday, and it is now going to rain for the next 6 days apparently. So that being said, I pretty much finished up the boat, got everything really done that I wanted to for now at least, and be able to get the video out to you guys about everything I did and how it cost me 10 bucks. So obviously you gotta add in things like the power washer and, you know, the cleaning product that I actually use. Which for anyone who is curious, it is spray away cleaner. It's actually made by my mom, so you know, shameless plug for the mom. But yeah, so just use cleaner on the boat real quick with the power washer, then power washed it down and cleaned it right off. Spark plugs for the engine, new gas, and that's it. Just that's a good old vacuum and sweeping. So anyways, we'll do a quick little tour of the boat, show you guys a little before and after. Obviously you guys just saw the whole process from start to finish, but sometimes it's a little better when you see before and after right next to each other, you know? So let's check it out. So this got to be one of my favorite parts right here at the back. Especially the step. That thing looks like brand new. I just did this today, obviously. And to show you guys too the power washer, it's a cheap little electric power washer. I don't really know much about it, but this thing works surprisingly well, and I did it to show you the apron of my garage. I'm sure you can see the difference. Not bad. All right, now we go inside of the boat. Obviously it's a little dirty, and it's gonna be because it's gonna be raining a lot, sadly. So I left the top up, which could be a mistake, but we'll see. But I want to try and prevent as much stuff for the next stormy days to really make a difference, and I'm gonna have to vacuum it out again when it stops storming. So like I said before, I didn't go too crazy up front. I want to replace all this in the future if I care to keep the boat. And obviously there's a lot of sap from these damn pine trees. So, but that looks much better than it did. This thing was stained when I first got it anyways, so I did as much as I could. The seat looks a little better, still covered in sap. This is all nice and clean though. All nice and clean. This still needs some work. I mean, I'm still going to end up cleaning it again, but like I said before, I still got to do a lot of work to it to really make it feel better. But for right now, I want to get it in the shape where I could easily take it out and not feel disgusting the entire time that I'm doing it. Now for the outside. It's a little over here. It's kind of hard to be able to really show it, but I tried to get as much as I could. But I mean, you kind of get the idea from coming over to this side anyways. It's not perfect. It's lost a lot of its shine. But this thing is from 1989, I believe. If I remember right. I don't know, the registration's in the glove box. I'll check in a second. But, you know, much better than it was yesterday, that's for sure. Oh yeah, the other thing I replaced, I forgot to tell you guys, was this. This actually is one of the first things that broke on it. Yeah, nice little spare that I will never use because that looks like it would just rip right off. These need to be replaced. So there's still a lot to be done. So I'll probably do, you know, a separate video for the trailer and everything I'm doing it because I'm definitely doing all of this myself. I'm not going to pay anybody to do it when I know how to do it and I have all the tools for it. Yeah, see, it's starting to rain right now. Yeah, I want to get the drone up to do a nice little once around and then, you know, really get a before and after like because I had the drone up originally while I was washing it. So see if we can't get that real quick. Okay, so I know I've talked about all of these in little bits throughout the entire video, but I want to just put it all out there at once. So the total cost of things that I use isn't going to include the stuff that I already have that not everybody has, but I'm just going to throw everything out there so everybody knows what I used and how much everything cost. And man, I'll try to remember the things that I owned before that I used in case anybody else wants to know. So starting with 2 NGK spark plugs from AutoZone, which I believe were about $3.50 each. Then I got lucky enough that when I first bought this boat, I changed the battery immediately. So it was pretty much a brand new battery that was in that boat. So I got lucky that I could just take the battery out, hook it up to a battery charger, and it was good to go. So with that got the engine working. All it took was $7 in spark plugs and charging the battery. And oh, the other thing that I almost forgot before getting the engine going was I then also took out the gas. Which, as you guys have known, it was about an hour and a half to 2 hours of me playing with the stress ball to take out about 6 gallons of 3-year-old mix. So with that, it was the cost of 5 gallons of super, because I just wanted to make sure running the higher octane it'd be good to blow everything out. It's a whole other story. And the mix, which probably costs about nothing. And then I also got the mixer funnel, which cost 20 bucks. But that's just to be a little bit extra. Although I do recommend it because it's really important that you guys follow those fuel mixture ratios if you're ever using a 2-stroke engine. So with that, that's what it took to get the engine running. Then it got to cleaning it, which really took almost next to nothing. I swept it, just threw out everything else by hand, Then I vacuumed it with my shop vac that I already had, you know, the $200, whatever it was, DeWalt shop vac. Definitely more than I needed, but I mean, I do a lot of technical stuff, so why not? So then I was using the electric power washer, which I have no idea how much that actually cost. I showed you guys what it was. You can check it out for yourselves. It's probably, I don't know, $200 maybe 300. I doubt 300, but probably somewhere from 200 to 300. And then it had a little attachment for the cleaner, which, like I said before, my mom's cleaner, spray away cleaners, you guys can check it out. It actually is my favorite preferred cleaner. It's actually non-biased, trust me. I wanted to be the biggest critic of it that I could, just, you know, to make sure that there was no bias situation towards it, but no, it's great. It works great in everything, and yeah, it gets stains out of everything, so you guys can go check that out if you want. I highly recommend it. So I sprayed it on with the power washer, then took the power washer to it, and now it looks like this. So anyways, that's all that it costs for me to get my boat running and looking better and being in presentable shape. There's obviously a lot more work to be done on it. I don't know how much I'm gonna do necessarily because it's not my dream boat. It's a good boat, but it's, you know, it's a pond and shallow ocean boat, river cruiser. It's not anything for the ocean. So needless to say, in most cases, if you know what to look for, you can get a boat, spend next to nothing, and double the value on it alone. I mean, that's not what I was doing today. I was just getting mine working again, but believe me, I spent $700, I think, on that boat, and it's definitely worth a little bit more now. Though I'd probably want to get the trailer fixed before I ever tried to sell it, obviously. But I'm gonna be keeping it for a while. I'll do other videos of it, other videos out on it, and we'll see how long I keep it around for. I also want to be doing other videos like this in the future. This is one of those things I love doing. I love buying things that are cheaper, doing little bits of work to them, or something was broken on it that they just didn't know about that is easy for me to be able to fix because I know how to, and I can double the value, or I can just get something that was cheaper than what it should have been and enjoy it. Also, if you guys want to see me doing other videos like this, just leave a comment down below. Make sure you like and sub, and yeah, I'll see you next time.